In today's crypto news, Bitcoin plunges $1,000 just like that within a couple hours, and the entire crypto market is bloody red. Is $8,500 the next price target for Bitcoin? We'll be discussing this on today's show. We'll also be talking about a $90 Ethereum price target prediction from none other than Max Keiser and discuss the likelihood of this happening. We'll also be discussing the backed crypto custody launch, which is set full speed ahead for September 23rd, and how this will impact the crypto market. All this and more on today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a new episode every day. Be sure to click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon to receive notifications of the latest crypto news. All right, so taking a look over at Coin360, you can see the entire crypto market is a bloody mess. Bitcoin currently down 7% from yesterday, trading at $9,468. Ethereum trading at $168, down 9.8%. Holy shit, right? XRP currently trading at 25 cents, down 5.5% for the day. And Miss Litecoin is down 9.94%, trading at $65. This is kind of scary when we see the top altcoins down 5 to 10%. All right, so let's take a look at the 4-hour Bitcoin chart. As you can see, yesterday we had this massive dump taking us from about 10,200 all the way down to about the $9,500 range, and then it continued dumping all the way to about the $9,300 mark, which you can see about right here. And it has came back a little, but not much. We're currently trading at $9,471. So naturally, the next question becomes, well, where's the bottom going to be? How low will Bitcoin go before we spring back above the $10,000 mark? Well, something I want to bring to your attention looking at the CME futures chart. Here you can see where I circled on the screen, there is a huge gap, which is from about the $8,400 range to about the $9,000 mark. That's why there's been so many predictions by analysts that we would revisit these prices in the mid-8s to 9,000, closing the CME future gaps. Every time we've had a gap, it has revisited and closed. As you can see here on the screen, we have a gap right here. It comes back, followed by a dump to close that gap. Right here, we had a gap. It came back, closed that gap. And as we continue looking throughout here, every gap we see is eventually closed. And that's why so many analysts were leaning towards revisiting these areas. You can see this gap here, and then draw it in my circle here. You can see it closed. Well, it still had a gap here, but then it followed by here, which closed. Sorry if you couldn't see that. I forget that I'm covering the screen. So I just showed you here. You can see the gap followed by the close. So what does history teach us? Well, in the past, every time there has been a big gap, we have closed it. Will that happen here? I think it's likely, but who knows for sure? What do you think? Do you think we're going to revisit those levels in the mid-8s to $9,000 closing the CME futures gaps? Or do you think we will spring right back above 10,000 without having to go that low? Would love to know your comments down below. Personally, I think it's very likely to go back down to 8,500 to 9,000 closing those CME future gaps, and then I feel we could spring and accelerate from there. But typically, that's what we need to see for a healthy consolidation for Bitcoin to rise again to new all-time highs for the year. According to Cointelegraph, Bitcoin price must finish the week above 95.33, which we're currently below. The turbulence began late on Wednesday, where the Bitcoin market shedding $500 in minutes to completely lose support at $10,000. Selling pressure then mounted, the BTC/USD putting in a local low of 93.50 before stabilizing closer to 9,500. As Cointelegraph reported, expectations have been mounting throughout the week that Bitcoin could break its sideways trading pattern to produce fresh volatility. Those omens came true. to the downside, as analysts admitted that the monthly outlook as well was now looking less than appetizing. Price is near weekly support on a weekly perspective. I want to see the BTC close above 95.33 Sunday, or it would form a lower low. Regular contributor Josh Rager summarized on his latest update. BTC is going for its third down week in a row. The last uptrend, Bitcoin has multiple months with at least 3 down weeks in a row. Price is near the weekly support, and on weekly perspective, I want to see the BTC close above 95.33 Sunday, or it would form a lower low. And he also shares this monthly chart, which looks very ugly too. However, not everyone was concerned by the drop. However, Plan B, the well-known cryptocurrency Twitter account, likened the current conditions to Bitcoin in mid-2016, shortly before the momentum built to take the cryptocurrency to its record high of $20,000. All right, so what about the altcoins? Well, according to Max Keiser, this may be the altcoins oblivion. Altcoins felt the force of the bears, with many tokens considerably outpacing Bitcoin and shedding value. Ether, the largest altcoin by market cap, fell 8.8% to $170, a drop similar to most of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. I mean, you can see the bloodshed right here for yourself. I mean, Ethereum is almost down 10% from yesterday. Litecoin almost down 10% from yesterday. This is a bloodbath. The action fueled the existing lack of faith in the altcoin markets, with host Max Keiser declaring that Ethereum/USD could soon fall to just $90. Could you imagine? Max tweeted, "Bitcoin dominance climbs as alt season fails to materialize and alts resume downward trek to oblivion. Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision have another 90% drop to go." Holy shit. So we can't do an entire show just on negative news, right? So here's a positive update regarding the Bakkt crypto custody launch. Bakkt will begin storing customer Bitcoin on September 6th. Wow, that's like next week. In preparation for its upcoming crypto futures marketplace, the Intercontinental Exchange subsidiary announced the custody launch in a tweet on Wednesday. On September 6th, our warehouse will begin offering secure storage of customer Bitcoin to prepare for the launch of the Bakkt Bitcoin daily and monthly futures when they launch on September 23rd. These contracts will enable physical delivery of Bitcoin with end-to-end regulated markets and custody. This is pretty massive news for the crypto market. Bakkt Bitcoin futures will be exchange traded on ICE Futures US and cleared through ICE Clear US, both of which are federally regulated by the US Commodities Future Trading Commission. And for storing purposes, the company also gained approval from the New York Department of Financial Services to create Bakkt Trust Company LLC, a qualified custodian which will oversee the Bakkt warehouse. The company CEO, Kelly Loeffler, says this offers customers an unprecedented regulatory clarity and security alongside a regulated, globally accessible exchange in a market underserved by institutional grade infrastructure. By now, digital asset markets are global and well developed, but they have largely been designed to serve retail customers rather than institutional participants. Bakkt is bridging the gap to access this market and solve for factors that have slowed institutional participation. Now, this is so big because that's where the big money is at. It's the institutional money. That's how Bitcoin will tap into $1 trillion market. It's through this. All right, and let's take a quick look over at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We're currently at a 20, which is extreme fear. Yesterday, we were at a 32, which is fear. Last week, we were at a 33, which is fear. And then last month, we were at a 61, which is greed. All right, now let's take a quick look over at the BitMEX margins. You can see this is a pretty serious superiority of over 304 million. The bears are currently beating out the bulls and currently 54.13% shorts versus 45.87% longs. So the bears are currently winning the battle. Well, that concludes today's show. Hopefully when we wake up in the morning, the entire crypto market turns green and we're not looking at another bloodbath like today. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I do drop a new episode every day, so be sure to click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon to receive notifications of the latest crypto news. And don't forget to check out the description right below this video. I've included some incredible resources to help you take your crypto game to the next level, including private access to my private crypto Facebook group, which has about 20,000 like-minded people just like us discussing crypto and Bitcoin. And also, I have a private Telegram chat for us to mastermind and just discuss what's going on in the crypto market. So be sure to check out the description right below this video, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.